It is important to remember that if you have this 12-word phrase that you set up when you established your wallet, then that effectively is your backup. Okay. You could theoretically go to any wallet provider of the same type and blockchain as your project that you're looking to back up and import that wallet using those 12 words. You can also import it using a hexadecimal string, which is the private key that I will demonstrate towards the end of this video, but that is a more decentralized way of backing up a wallet. Effectively, the private key and the 12-word phrase are the same thing, and they are interchangeable, and you can use both. Some wallets prefer the private key, some wallets prefer the 12-word phrase. There is actually a more manual way to update and back up your wallet, and that is by using the actual source code of the core wallet on your computer. Okay, so this doesn't matter whether you're using a Mac or whether you're using a Windows machine, the process will be vaguely similar. All you need to do is find the source code files for the application that you are using. Now, on a Windows machine, you need to type in $, app data, $, into the start bar, and that will bring up the app data folder, which will bring up, and then you click on roaming, and then you click on the core wallet that you're looking to alter. Okay, these are all of the source code files for your wallet. The most important one is wallet.dat. Okay, this is your crypto wallet, and it has all of your holdings in it from this particular core wallet. Okay, if you delete this, you lose access to all of your crypto. Okay, if you back this up, then you have multiple options for recovery. So what I would do is I would actually back this up onto your desktop and then upload it onto a cloud server or a cloud solution, and maybe even have it as an offline on a USB stick or something along those lines. Okay, so have multiple copies of your wallet.dat. It's fairly secure because you still need your password to access the wallet folder. So there's actually a little bit of a limited issue, and you also have to use the same type of wallet as when you actually set it up. Okay, so it's fairly secure, and all it does is just enable you to access your cryptocurrency again if you lose access to it. So that's wallet.dat. There'll be a similar process for Mac, and if you back up that, then if you have a hardware wallet which is on your desktop computer, you can use that process to make sure that you never lose access to your crypto. It also is helpful when you want to update or your crypto project switches to a new update or a new fork effectively. Okay, so what you can do is you delete everything apart from wallet.dat, reinstall the software with the new updates, and then your new wallet will synchronize with the blockchain network, and you'll effectively have everything working again as if nothing ever happened. Okay, so wallet.dat on any hardware wallet which is stored on a desktop computer is the most important thing, and if you back that up multiple times, you won't lose your crypto, or you're less likely to lose your crypto. Now that we have everything set up, I'm actually going to test out the wallet backup feature by deleting this wallet that I've just created and reinstalling it effectively, or reaccessing it from Polis. Okay, now because I don't actually have any balances in this account, I'm actually just going to look at the address, and I'm going to just ensure that the public key is the same when I reinstate the wallet effectively. So we're just going to pick up certain features like the beginning and the end of the public key just to make sure. So that's RDTH. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that on a piece of paper. RDTH, and the start of it is xpub B6D. Okay, right, that should do. Okay, so we'll be able to tell effectively if we have the same wallet and therefore the same assets once we delete and reinstate the wallet. Okay, so let's do that now. Let's go to settings, let's go to delete, click delete wallet, and that is now gone. Okay, now the wallet still exists because it still exists on the blockchain. Okay, it's just that we don't have access to it on this particular application anymore. Okay, so how do we get it back? Well, we go to here, we go to new wallet, and it's like you're creating a new wallet effectively, so you're going to call it the same thing. Okay, so we're going to go to IIP 2021, and we're going to select a seed option. Now remember, you're not actually creating a new wallet here, so we're going to go to unsafe imports. Now the reason it's unsafe is because you're using those 12 words that we used to create. We're using a 12-word seed phrase basically, and it's unencrypted. Okay, if you want to do a safe import, you could use your private key, which is an encrypted version of the 12 words. Okay, so we're using an unencrypted version, which is why it's an unsafe import. Okay, so we're going to click there, we're going to create wallet, and we're going to select the language that we'd like to input our 12 words in, and we're going to enter our mnemonic phrase. So if you remember, that was the words root, category, film, master, idol, still, resist, profit, when, pony, popular, and about. We're going to click submit, and I'm going to say no to encrypting the wallet, and that has now been created. Okay, so if we add the Ethereum again, we should be able to go and see that XPub B6D, that's correct, and the last one is RDTH. So that is exactly the same public key that will enable us to access the same Ethereum that we would have lost had we not backed up the wallet. Okay, and that would happen for any of your assets that you had in this particular wallet, so you've got it back. Now theoretically you could rename the wallet should you wish to, and choose a different name. The name doesn't really matter because you're just calling it something. It's an alias. It doesn't really make any difference. The important thing is that you have access to the private and public keys that you had, and that's what we utilized using the 12-word seed phrase. So another way of backing up your crypto wallet is to use a private key. Now, a private key is just a hexadecimal string of letters and numbers, which basically represents an encrypted version of your 12-word seed phrase. Okay, it's the same thing. You're either inputting the 12-word seed phrase in letters in English or French or German or Italian or whatever it is, or you're putting in a copied and pasted hexadecimal string. Okay, now certain wallets prefer the private key, certain wallets prefer the 12-word phrase. It doesn't really matter, but there are some that are selective about it, and MetaMask is one of those that prefers the private key. Okay, so MetaMask is a decentralized application that we're going to look at more in section 6. But for now, all you need to know is in order to access your private key, you just need to go to the 3 dots, click on account details, and click on export private key. This is your public key. So this is the public information that's available everywhere. And that's the QR code of the public key. And then you can export your private key, which would look similar to this. Okay. I'm not going to actually do it on this one just because I'm concerned about security. I want to make sure, even though this is a demo account, that you don't have some access to my accounts using my private key. So I'm going to be really, really secure about it, and you should be the same. Never disclose your private key, even any private key that you might possibly think of using at some point in the future, because they will literally be able to use those credentials. Anyone can use those credentials to access your crypto and lock you out of your account effectively. Okay. Once you've got your private key, you can do exactly the same process as I've just done with the 12-word seed phrase, input your public and private key, and have access to your wallet again. Exactly the same process as with the 12-word seed phrase, albeit it's not as user-friendly to do.